What is up, guys? Welcome back to another quick video here on the Fantasy Fellowship channel. I am super excited about this one. It's just going to be a quick video, but I've been working really hard. I've been going into my 2022 projections document. I'm so far, I think I'm 19 teams done with I guess the entire, out of 32. So 19 out of 32, over halfway. I'm hoping to get these done in the next week or so, and then we'll get these up on the website. But I wanted to share my initial thoughts, and I've been going alphabetically. So you're going to see the projections for all the teams down here on the bottom tab. And I think I got the Rams in there too. So everybody's in here 19 to 32. And I just kind of wanted to share some of the things that are shaping up in this year's projection document. So I think let's go ahead and start with the quarterback position first. Let me go ahead and clear that and hit the quarterback tab. And I guess the standard points are over here on the side. So maybe I'll just kind of zoom in here and kind of show you guys what we're working with. My QB1, though, is Josh Allen so far here. Justin Herbert, number 2. Dak Prescott, number 3. Patrick Mahomes, number 4. Russell Wilson, number 5. There's Deshaun Watson, assuming he's going to play this year. Kyler Murray at 7. Joe Burrow at 8. Lamar, 9. Aaron Rodgers, 10. Stafford at 11. And then I don't know why the numbers went away there. But Derek Carr, Trevor Lawrence, Matt Ryan, Justin Fields, Jared Goff, you see a bunch of guys here. And then, yeah, just keep in mind, like, I don't have teams projected here for Miami, Minnesota, basically all the teams here on the bottom all the way to the right here. So it's an incomplete package, but I just wanted to say Mahomes might be in jeopardy of not making my top 5 is just as far as points go. You see, I guess they're all kind of stacked up here pretty nicely. But I think Josh Allen, he's going to be the consensus quarterback 1 this year. Justin Herbert, I'm probably going to be drafting him as early and often as I can. I think for the most part, Mahomes is going to be the 2nd or 3rd quarterback off the board. If I get Justin Herbert as the 4th, 5th guy, I'm happy to do that. So he's probably my favorite target right now. And I think Dak Prescott's being underrated. He's a year removed from his serious ankle injury. I think he's going to be a little bit more agile this year, especially losing a target like Amari Cooper. He might be running a little bit more than we're accustomed to. And of course, Russell Wilson back. He's going to be a top 10 guy here. We'll see if he can sneak into the top 5. So there's not too many things for quarterbacks here, especially at the top end. I think a lot of people expect these guys to be in the top 10. And I really don't know if there's going to be another player that crashes this top 10. Maybe Tua, maybe Kirk Cousins, maybe Jameis Winston. Jalen Hurts for sure is a guy that's going to make that list. And then Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady is probably one of the last guys left. So there's a couple of wild cards in there yet. And then I think Derek Carr, man. We could see Derek Carr potentially make the leap into the top 10. Trevor Lawrence, I was happy to see. He's sandwiched right in between Derek Carr and Matt Ryan. I think Trevor Lawrence could be a really valuable superflex rookie. So early thoughts right there on the quarterbacks here. Davis Mills shaping up to be a nice play this year, and kind of just basically from Davis Mills on down, I don't really want to care about the quarterback position. But let's go ahead and let's move it over to the running back position, and I'll give you some thoughts here on what I'm seeing from the RBs. Let me just kind of zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to filter here by. Let me go ahead and filter by the PPR tab that I have here, and we'll kind of zoom back in. So the PPR tab will show Jonathan Taylor as my RB1. Here, let me actually just kind of do this for you guys, and we'll kind of just show the top 20 or so running backs. Again, keep in mind I only have 19 to 32 teams in here. I'm gonna get some some more work done with these guys. But you see Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, James Conner. I have James Conner ahead of DeAndre Swift and a couple other guys like Javonte Williams, Nick Chubb, Ezekiel Elliott, Travis Etienne. So Conner is looking like one of the biggest values for me. Let me go ahead and actually, I want to freeze 1, 2, 3. I want to freeze a few columns here. Freeze up to column D. Yeah, there we go. So you're seeing here James Conner, one of my favorite backs, so you can probably get him in the 3rd or 4th round. DeAndre Swift, I think he's a top 10 running back this year. He's a guy that I'm very excited about. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire is in my top 10 right now over guys like Javonte Williams, Nick Chubb, Ezekiel Elliott. I kind of scratched my head when I did that, but as I'm doing the projections, I don't think Ronald Jones or Derek Gore is going to wrestle away a lot of PPR receiving work duty for Clyde Edwards. And I see Clyde Edwards going real late in best ball drafts right now. So he's definitely a guy I'm aggressively targeting in the 7th and 8th rounds of drafts. Javonte Williams, of course, when Melvin Gordon signed, A lot of people were turned off by that. He's going to be a fringe running back one for me this year. Nick Chubb's there, Ezekiel Elliott. Guys are both valuable, but they're not very exciting plays because just they both have capped receiving workloads. I think Ezekiel Elliott's got the PPR floor, which is nicer. He's just going to be probably outperformed by Tony Pollard at some point soon. Also getting another year older. ETN's going to be a guy that's a high volume running back too. I don't see James Robinson being back for the start of the season. There's David Montgomery, high volume floor here. Josh Jacobs, AJ Dillon. He's going to be a top 2024 back for me. I think by the end of by the time I'm done with all these projections. There's Cordero Patterson. There's Tony Pollard, who I have up there. I have Tony Pollard above J.K. Dobbins, Kareem Hunt. Tony Pollard is going to be that high volume running back two in a really good Cowboys running system that got better in the offensive line. So, and I expect maybe more emphasis on the run with the loss of Amari Cooper. Dobbins, Hunt, Singletary to be the lead Buffalo back. There's Melvin Gordon, Kenyon Drake, a high profile guy returning from an ankle injury. He's with Josh McDaniels there, man. I'm interested to see if he's going to be the big receiving back. There's Nyheim Hines, Rex Burkhead. Again, I have 14 or 13 more teams to project yet. So that's why you're seeing some of these guys leak into here. But at the top, man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire stuck out. James Conner, DeAndre Swift, ETN, Montgomery, AJ Dillon stuck out. I really like getting AJ Dillon. So those were the guys that I wanted to point out there for us. Let's go ahead and move over to the wide receivers. And with the wide receivers, I think you guys, if you saw the thumbnail for this video, you saw who I have into my wide receiver one spot. And for some reason, Cooper Kupp is not. Where is Cooper Kupp? I got to get the Rams in here. 1 second for us. Let me go ahead and select everything. I want to get Cooper Kupp included into this. Because Cooper Kupp's going to be, by the end of it, he's going to be the wide receiver one for us. So you can see I got a lot of people in this projection document. So it's going to be for sale soon. I'm going to get that draft kit ready. I just wanted to make sure everything is – I got to basically get through all the preliminary stuff, and then I start tweaking things after I see how things shape up. So here is Cooper Kupp, wide receiver one. Let me go ahead and make my numbers here for you guys. But CeeDee Lamb's my wide receiver two, and lately Cooper Kupp has been, a 12th, 13th, 14th overall pick. If you get him in round 2, that's a win. Lately, but I think I'd take CeeDee Lamb over Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. A very interesting guy. Again, Amari Cooper's leaving. He's going to easily lead the team. It's going to be so easy for him to rack up targets and receptions and lead the team in yards and touchdowns. I just see really good things there for CeeDee Lamb, but still he's well behind, not even close to Cooper Kupp yet. So Kupp is still the 101 of receivers. CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Devontae, Stephon Diggs, Michael Pittman Jr. coming in at wide receiver 6. Mike Williams, there's Courtland Sutton, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Brandon Cooks, Amari Cooper, Darnell Mooney, Allen Robinson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jerry Jeudy. There's Gabe Davis. I liked what I saw from Gabriel Davis. Marquise Brown coming in here at wide receiver 19. I'm a little bit low on Marquise Brown from what I'm seeing. I'm seeing him drafted as like a top 25 wide receiver. I would imagine by the time I'm done projecting, he's going to probably be around wide receiver 30. But just interesting names here. I think the one that sticks out the most, though, is CeeDee Lamb. I really like Michael Pittman being in there. He's up there with Mike Williams, Courtland Sutton. I think these guys are all fringe wide receiver ones this year. And you give Matt Ryan a guy like Michael Pittman Jr., that's going to be a lot of fun. And again, Pittman Jr. goes in like in the 4th round, well after, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, T. Higgins. He goes well after these guys. And I like Brandon Cooks there as a fringe wide receiver one as well. There's Juju, Christian Kirk. I think Christian Kirk's been undervalued. He's going in the 8th, 9th, 10th round of best balls. Rashad Bateman. I probably want to try and get Rashad Bateman a little bit higher in my numbers here. Again, with Marquise Brown leaving, he's got a shot at 1,000 yards this season. And then there's Van Jefferson. This is one of the first teams that I've got with 3 wide receivers this high. There's Green Bay's first receiver, Allen Lazard. And then you got some number 2, 3 guys like Boyd and Gallup and Crowder. So that's going to be interesting when we get to that point. But just early thoughts on wide receivers, man. Michael Pittman Jr., CeeDee Lamb, get him in the 2nd round if you can. I think T. Higgins, DJ Moore, try and get one of these receivers. If you can get 2 of these guys, I think you're in really good shape. These guys all kind of go in between the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds. I think that's where the value is. And then Darnell Mooney, Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. There's a lot of value in these receivers as well. So it's starting to shape up here. I like seeing what I'm seeing. And let's go ahead and finish up with the tight ends. Again, this is going to be a quick video. I'm not done fully projecting yet, so this isn't, geared. This isn't my finish. I still have a lot of teams left to project, but I just wanted to show you where I'm at. And let's take a peek here. So I still have Travis Kelce as my, I guess this is the tight end now, as we're looking at it. I still have Travis Kelce as my #1 tight end, but it's closer this year. I just think with the absence of Tyreek Hill, that just keeps him getting fed. And Mark Andrews coming in at #2, Darren Waller #3, Kyle Pitts #4, Dalton Schultz 5, David Njoku. He's got the tight end spot all to himself as the 6. I do like Harrison Bryant, though. You can see him right there. But then Dawson Knox, Zach Ertz, TJ Hockenson, a little bit low on TJ Hockenson. I'm not sure if I like his ceiling over there. Cole Kmet, expecting him to come back this year with some more touchdowns. Tyler Higbee, Albert O, Gerald Everett, Mo Ali Cox, Hayden Hurst, Harrison Bryant, Evan Ingram, Robert Tonyan. So as far as guys sticking out here, I think Njoku is one of the stickouts. He's one of the main guys here. And Hockenson being kind of low. Maybe I have to go back into that. But I think Hockenson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Jameson Williams, that's going to be competing, for targets. That might be kind of a mess. If anything, maybe I'm low on Jared Goff. I'm not sure yet. But again, as I'm doing these, I'm trying to just get in some preliminary numbers. And then from there, I'm going to tweak them pretty much throughout the rest of the summer based on training camp reports and how things are going. But I guess just looking at the tight ends, I'm into Cole Kmet as my tight end too, if you can get him there. But I clearly like David Njoku. Kyle Pitts, man, I think Kyle Pitts is in for a really big season. Especially with the help there of Drake London now, he could have himself a really fine season. I have him up here at 78 receptions, 995 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Feels like a floor. He could just blow things away. It just really depends on the quarterback play there. But that's going to be it, man. We got just a quick peek at the 2022 projections. Let me know, like in the comments, let me know what you guys think. What players are you wanting to draft on your teams this year? For me, quarterback, I want Justin Herbert. I want Russell Wilson. Guys that can run a little bit. I think that's what I'm going to cut ties to. As far as running backs, James Conner, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, even Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. I'm interested in the Packers running game a lot this year. Travis Etienne as a receiving weapon with no James Robinson likely to start the year at receiver. Of course, Cooper Kupp, but I want CeeDee Lamb. I want Cortland Sutton. I want Mike Williams. I want Michael Pittman Jr. I want a lot of those guys. Darnell Mooney, Christian Kirk. Those are fun names for me. And then at tight end, Njoku is looking like a massive value right now. But if you can get Kelce, if you get Mark Andrews, even Darren Waller is kind of a value at this point right now. So that's going to do it for this video. I'll be back soon. I'm going to probably do a top 100 ranking video next. So like the video, subscribe if you're new, hang out tight, and we'll see you guys in a future video. Peace.